Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Ecolinguist live show. I have to drink some water. Let's start over. Welcome, everybody, to your favorite language show on YouTube. I hope so. This is the only language show like that on the internet. This is an interactive language show that you can call in and be part of. We meet weekly. This is the second season, so all of you that are watching, most of you that are watching me right now already know what we're doing here. We're basically just hanging out, improvised language challenges. So if you would like to challenge yourself with a language that you haven't studied before and see how much you can understand, you're welcome to call in to the show, and I have a number of challenges ready to go for you. Or if you would like to challenge someone else with your language that you speak, you are welcome to call in. But I would advise to prepare a challenge in advance, because when we are meeting, when you're connecting through the software that I'm using and stuff, you want to be ready to go. So I would advise you to prepare the challenge in advance. And on how to do it, I'm going to actually tell you today. I'm going to explain to you a little bit more about that, because last week I got some submissions. People submitted their challenges and they were incomplete. There were some things missing and I can't really use them at the moment, but they can be improved, and we hopefully will be able to use them in future episodes. But basically, we focusing on a description of words. So you have to come up with some hints for a word that you want to describe in your native language, without revealing what the word is, because that's the job for the person that you're going to be challenging this word with. Is that correct English? Yeah, so by the way, hello to everybody. You're still, I see that you're still joining in, so we are going to wait a little bit more just to say hello to everybody. Uh, mm, 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 mm. Yeah, so we're basically focusing on Slavic, Romance, and Germanic languages, but recently we also added Baltic languages into the channel, and Uralic languages, and we kind of expanding. And this show is live; it's happening live. So who knows? Maybe someone is going to call who speaks a language from a family that we haven't covered, but maybe we'll be able to pull it off. Who knows? But when it comes to the challenges that I have prepared for today, they are mostly from Slavic, Romance, Uralic, which is Lithuanian and Latvian. And we also have some Finnish and Estonian challenges. And when it comes to Germanic languages, there is a shortage of challenges. So I'm apologizing about that. But we can cover today Dutch and Icelandic, I think, and maybe German. I'm not sure if we used that one last week. So basically, all the languages that I just mentioned, if you want to challenge yourself with them, and if you want to see how much you can understand of those languages without prior learning, you're welcome to call in and take part in a challenge that I have prepared. And by the way, if you want to participate, you have to be registered. You have to get the link to join. And to do that, you have to go to this site. The link is in the description. This is a registration form. And by the way, guys, I fixed it. So now you shouldn't have any problems opening the page that you're going to get at the end of the registration process. You will either receive the link immediately after submitting the registration form, or check your inbox. You may find it there. It might be even more convenient for you to join through there. So yeah, this is the registration form. You're welcome to fill it in. That's the requirement to join. However, if you participated before, the link is the same, so you don't really have to register again. And if you are a regular viewer of the show and you make appearances all the time, you can just bookmark the link basically, so you don't have to register every single time, because that's not necessary. But if you're new to the show, you know where to find the link. It's in the description box. Just go to that site and register to get the link with the instructions on how to join. And we're going to have limited time for every person. So ideally, I would like to have one person at a time. However, if you have prepared a challenge that you would like to share with other people, you're also welcome to call in and we will find a challenger for you. So we may have 2 or 3 people in the stream at the same time, if it's required, if it makes sense. As I mentioned before, last week, I think we are going to be developing the show depending on you guys, your feedback. So please let me know how you're enjoying those challenges and what kind of challenges you think we should introduce as a part of an episode. Maybe we could have special segments for particular challenges and special guests. If you have any ideas, just let me know in the not description box, in the comment section. And if you, for example, are not ready to participate today for whatever reason, but you think that you might have a challenge that would be a good fit for the show, just go to my website, ecolinguist.com, here. And there is, in a quick links, there is a submit your challenge form. You go there and you're going to get instructions on how to craft a challenge that would be a good fit for this show, with a lot of useful clues and guidelines that if you follow, you will definitely be able to come up with a challenge that we will be able to use. There are some examples here in different languages. It doesn't have to be long. Actually, you can make it short and sweet, or sweet and short, right? And submit it. Even you can submit it either directly on the website, because if you scroll down, there is an audio recorder, so you basically can record the challenge directly on the site. You don't have to upload the file, but you can if you want to record it on your phone, for example, and then upload the file. There is a link here where you can just upload the file that you pre-recorded on your phone. And it's important that you also fill in the form here. There's a lot of filling out forms, but it's very important because we need transcription of your challenge. So you want to start with typing out the challenge and submitting it in this form, and then recording it, possibly. If you start with recording it, just make sure that you send us an exact transcription and translation if possible. If you speak a minority language, for example, a regional language of Italy, it might be very difficult for us to use automatic translations. So I would appreciate if you also include a translation into English or Italian. So those languages, the big languages, the mainstream languages, we may call it. If you want to submit a challenge, you don't really have to translate that, because we can easily do that with automatic tools. So you don't have to worry about that. But if you speak a minority language, it's very difficult to find digital resources for. Please provide English translation in the additional information. There is going to be a field in the form where you can do that. So basically that's how you can upload the challenge. And once we get it, we will review it. By we, I mean me. Basically, I will have a look at it, and I might be able to use it in the future episodes, in future live streams. Mm, 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 mm. I can't really guarantee when it's going to be used because it really depends on who's going to call. And I see we have some callers already, so I'm going to start picking up the calls in a moment. But let me have a look. If you do, you guys have any questions in the comment sections? Okay, I don't see any questions here, but you guys, this like those submissions that would would contribute a lot to the show, and it would keep it going. So if you keep submitting your the challenges in advance, it's going to make the show more interesting, more organized. I have already a big database of challenges, but the more the better, right? Because we want to cover all languages possibly. Yes, so this is it. What else I wanted to mention? I wanted to thank all of you who joined the channel memberships last week, and also the Patreon that I started. Because if you didn't if you weren't here last week, the news is that I did start the Patreon. This is a way for you to support the show, the channel, but mostly this live experience that we are having right now. I thought that Patreon would be a good way for you guys to keep this show going. If you're enjoying it, if you enjoy the interaction, if you would like to see this show improve and grow, I will appreciate your support, your contributions. And today I'm thanking Katharina in particular, who was the first Patreon that joined last week. Thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot. But there are some other ways to support the show as well. You can, for example, become a channel member. If you don't want to start a Patreon account, you can just support the channel on YouTube through the join the channel function. And you can also donate via PayPal if that's something you want to do. And you can also volunteer for future episodes, because I'm always looking for speakers of different languages to make videos with. So that's also a way that you can contribute to this whole project, the language project we're doing here. What else? And by the way, next week, for all the channel members and Patreons, next week after the show, the live stream, I'm planning to do a Q&A just for channel supporters, for Ecolinguist insiders, as I want to call you guys. So you can learn a little bit more what's going on in the behind the scenes, what I'm currently working on and stuff like that. Because I have a lot of projects going on right now. It's just the process of making videos like that is very time consuming. It keeps me busy all the week. There is a lot of one-on-one calls with every volunteer. We have to discuss some things before they agree to be on the show. So there is always a lot of meetings, a lot of projects that I have started but haven't finished yet. And there is a lot of projects that are almost there, but there are still some things missing. Mostly the captioning takes a lot of time, and we really want the captions, right? Like you guys keep telling me that the captions in the videos, they make all the difference, because then you can use those videos as a educational material, but also it helps you understand those languages better, because when you see it written, it just, something happens to your brain, a different part of your brain is activated, and there is more comprehension happening. Mm. Yeah, so without further ado, I think I will start taking the calls. Who we've got here? We've got Miguel. I think it's going to be the same Miguel as last week. Miguel, I'm going to add you into the stream in a second. Let me press the button. Hello, Miguel.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Generally, I always say that I'm well. So, yes, I'm well.
You're well. Great. So, welcome back to the show. So, we've seen you last week, right? The framing
Indeed.
is a bit, yeah. So, just maybe you could introduce something about yourself, but in your native language this time.
Very well, I will.
Mm-hmm.
Bom dia. Quer dizer, boa tarde. O meu nome é Miguel. Como eu vos disse da última vez, eu falo 3 línguas e estou interessado em mais 2. Essas línguas que eu falo são português, espanhol e inglês.
Mm-hmm.
Eu sou português, só que eu não sou só português. Eu sou também espanhol e alemão.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying that you have a mixed background, basically,
Yes.
right? Is that what you're
Sim.
saying? Mm-hmm. But your primary language is Portuguese.
Yes. Ela é a língua do meu pai e da minha mãe. Portanto, é por isso que é a minha língua primária.
Mm-hmm. But do you consider yourself a native speaker of German, for example, or is that something you picked
não,
up
não.
later?
Ainda não. Ainda não me considero.
Okay, good. So tell us, what is the weather like in Portugal right now?
Posso-vos mostrar? Espera aí, só um momento.
So you can take us through it. You can explain to us in Portuguese. Tudo bem?
Claro. Como podem ver, este é o meu bairro. Chamamos-lhe Rua Olímpio das Neves. Basically, Olympiad of the Snow, of the Snows. Como podem ver, o tempo está frio, 9 graus. E bom, eu já posso voltar para a posição normal, desculpem. É porque a região em que eu vivo, a região em que eu vivo é uma região muito seca, very dry region. So, o que acontece é que quando é inverno é muito frio. Estamos a falar de 0 graus, às vezes. Quando é verão, estamos a falar de 30 e tal, quase 40.
40?
Portanto, yes, 40.
Okay. Do you get snow where you are?
Tínhamos neve, só que agora não temos quase neve nenhuma. Por causa das barragens, dams. The dams stop the snow.
Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so you speak Portuguese. I see there is another person that speaks Portuguese as well that is calling in, so I have an idea for a challenge. But before we move on to that, do you have any challenge prepared possibly for today?
I have.
Oh, you do? Okay, you do.
It is one that I had fought in our last meeting.
Okay. So we are going to invite all of you guys who don't speak Portuguese to call in and take that challenge. If nobody calls, I will take it happily and see what's
Oh,
gonna happen.
it was about Icelandic. It wasn't about Portuguese
Oh, really? So you came up with an Icelandic challenge?
challenge. And
Okay.
I can accept anyone. I would specifically invite, if possible, a Danish or Norwegian, Swedish person, because or even a Faroese if they are here, because this is going to be a news analysis.
A news analysis. Oh, so that's a different format for the challenge.
Oh, so it is not what you want? If no,
If it's
I
a
can
different
adapt.
format, I would have to like, maybe you can tell me later after the show what kind of format is this, and we can work through it and see what is the best way to go about it. Because yeah, I'm happy to introduce new formats, uh, but when it's happening live and we haven't really thought through all um, the details of the format, people might get confused and it might not work. So we have to make sure that the format is optimized. So we can talk about it after the show. But now I can challenge you with a Romance language. For example, yeah, what language would you like to be challenged with? I've got French, Italian, Lombard. I have another Neapolitan challenge, but I think you took the Neapolitan challenge last week, so maybe let's try something else. I have some Sicilian challenges,
If
Venetian,
we're going to do that,
Romanian,
well,
and Ligurian. Huh?
all of those are awesome, Norbert. But I think if we're not going to do Icelandic, then it's best we invite someone that doesn't speak Portuguese, and I'll help out in that challenge then.
Okay. Let's see then. Because at the moment I have one more caller, but Kuan is a polyglot, so he speaks so many languages. So yeah, let's get him on, and maybe you both can take the challenge together. So Kuan, I'm going to add you right now. Just a second. All right. Oops.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
Yes.
Kuan.
Let me just change the camera a little bit. Yeah. Hello. Welcome back to the show, Kuan. So maybe you could introduce yourself real quick in one of the languages that you speak, and maybe tell us a little bit about what's the weather
Well,
like, for example, where you are.
we're gonna switch to Dutch in that case because I've already heard Portuguese today.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go to Dutch. Ik ben Koen Steeloper. Ik woon in Nederland. Ik spreek 6 talen: Nederlands, Frans, Duits, Engels, Spaans en Portugees. En ik ben Zweeds en Schots-Gaelic aan het leren. Zweeds kan ik altijd al verstaan, maar dat wil ik nu ook leren spreken. En met Schots-Gaelic ben ik echt heel nieuw. Ja, en dan over het weer. Ja, het is vandaag best regenachtig geweest, veel regen. Maar nu kan ik je niet naar buiten laten kijken, want dan zie je niks meer. Het is hier hartstikke donker. Dus dat houdt het waarschijnlijk te goed voor een volgende keer, in de zomer of zo. En ik denk dat het zo even genoeg was voor nu.
So Miguel, did you understand a lot?
I understood rain, regen.
Ja, Regen, das ist dasselbe in Deutsch, auf Deutsch, also
Yes,
konntest du
but
verstehen.
although I am of also slight German ascendancy, It's just that basically I am at most A1 in German, so I just
Oh,
want to be honest and say that
Okay, so guys, we're going to do a challenge in one of the
mhm.
Romance languages, that maybe the languages that are a bit smaller. But I will let Kuhn. Is that how I pronounce your name? I don't forget Kuhn.
Koen.
Kuhn. Okay, Kuhn.
Cool.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Kuhn. I'm going to let you decide which challenge you'd like to take. So we've got Lombard, we've got Sicilian, we've got Neapolitan, we've got Venetian, Ligurian, Romanian, French, Italian, of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to deny French because French is one of the languages that I speak. I'm relatively fluent at it.
Yeah.
So
So
French is going to be a no-go for me because I will win.
Yeah,
So
fair enough. I never studied French.
I think what we're gonna do is Lombard.
Lombard.
Oh,
Great. Okay, that's good. So how it's going to go is I'm going to play an audio sample. So just focus. You can take mental notes, whatever. Think about it, and then we are going to see the text as well. So so please just try to understand as much as possible. Let me just open this. Our system audio is muted. Let me unmute this, and hopefully you're going to be able to listen to it. The Lombard challenge.
Cosa l'è? Le qualcosa che fa con tutto il tempo, e le compagne della niura, se trova mia sul cielo, quan piuttosto giuntera. Spesso la si forma de mattina, un momento più se freccia della giornata. La provess pericolosa, perché se te setti in mezzo, te vedaret una gota. La mette addosso ai gente una sensazione di malinconia e di malavoglia.
Okay. Let's listen to it again, because I think there was some disruption there. Yeah, at least that's what I heard. So let's listen to it again, okay?
Cosa l'è? Le qualcosa che fa con tutto il tempo, e le compagne della niura, però la si trova mia sul cielo, quan piuttosto giuntera. Spesso la si forma de mattina, un momento più se freccia della giornata. La provess pericolosa, perché se te setti in mezzo, te vedaret una gota. La mette addosso ai gente una sensazione di malinconia e di malavoglia.
Okay. So
this is basically like a Lombardic person from the Roman times trying to speak Latin with. This is so awesome. I mean, I never heard Lombard before.
so did you understand anything at all?
I understood a bit, but it's very, very different. Like it sounds to be honest, and don't take this the wrong way, Italians. Like I know it's a language; it's not really a dialect, but it's kind of sounds like a typical Italian. But then you add kind of almost Gothic pronunciation, and you also add a bit some slight less unrecognizable words, maybe from some German dialects, and you get this, which is very cool. Actually, I like it.
Kuhn, what about you?
I didn't understand as much as I would have hoped. I understood a couple of words, but I'm going to have to verify with the text later on.
Okay.
It's about a sensation. I heard him talk about a sensation, but I also heard him talk about like somewhere in the morning. I don't know. Just might be completely wrong-footed here, so
That's good. Very
I'm
good.
not saying anything more.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. So we are going to switch to the text now, and I'm also going to play the sound again, so you will be able to follow the sound and the text.
I'm
Okay.
gonna have to switch to the YouTube view because I can then.
Okay, so tell me when you're ready, Koen.
Yes, I can see the text full screen now.
Okay, so let me play it.
Usa le quai cos cagaca fa con tout temp, e le compagni de naniura, però la se trua mia sun ciel, quan piuttost giuntera. Spes la se forma de mattina, un moment più se frec de la giornata. La poves pericolosa, perché si te setti in mezz, te vedaret na got. La metta addosso ai gent una sensazione de malinconia e de malavoglia.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm back in the call screen.
Are you what? Sorry.
I'm back in the call screen. Switch back to the.
Okay. Okay. Yes. So, is it any better now? Oh, I'm messing up with the. Let me just fix something here because I messed up. Maybe that
can happen.
Yeah. It's. Can you see the text?
Yes.
Yeah, now it's better.
Even better. Basically, my idea. Sorry, Kun. Can I give my idea?
Yes, you can go first. Yeah.
I think this is some kind of almost philosophical thought. Like it is basically talking about that either the day, because it talks about morning, matina, which is we have a very similar word in Portuguese, which is matinal, like from the morning, and this essentially tells us about from morning to the later of the day. Like it's hard for us to get out of bed with all the suffering in the world, and it also talks about journey, for example, giornata. Like it's hard for us to get out of bed, but then we even with all this despair and all the things, the horrible things that are happening in the world, we give our best, and we try to go as far as possible. Maybe this is also can be linked to somewhat what is like language learning, especially of harder, more complex languages. But like this is all a guess. I'm not really sure what
A
to
very
take
interesting
out of this.
guess, Miguel. And so, Koen, what about you? Do you recognize any more words now?
Not really, I have to say. Sorry. I see jornada, which is like Miguel said, during the day. And I see.
Oké, ik heb dit op het web gevonden voor Journal the Day.
Okay.
I'll just like so. Maybe she doesn't interfere now. I see jornada. That's one thing that I can see, and I can see. Well, that's interesting. I see set in met, which is that that sounded like set measures to me, but it clearly isn't.
Okay, so I think it's time to hear the answer. Yes.
Yeah.
So let me quickly play the answer and see if that's gonna help.
L'è la nebbia. L'è la
What?
nebbia.
L'è la nebbia.
Yeah.
Does it ring any bell now? Does it ring any bell now?
Maybe
and it sounds like it's snow, neve, or maybe nebulin, like the smoky morning
Fog.
sky or whatever.
Yeah.
So La Nebbia is fog in Lombard.
Okay.
It's fog.
Nebbia. Oh.
Yeah, because I thought I heard and I can also read something like se forma de mattina. Vamos dizer mattina, porque eu vou falar português.
Vamos.
Se forma da manhã é que eu vejo aqui no texto. Isto é a única coisa que eu entendi do texto inteiro.
Yeah, eu também não, para ser honesto, também não entendi muito. Eu estava um bocado a divagar quando estava a dizer aquilo, mas divagar é um dos meus hobbies, portanto.
Okay.
Assim.
So, guys, would you like to try to translate it?
Vou dar as honras ao Kun. Kun, força, mostra-nos.
para traduzir o texto todo, não vai, não vou.
Se quiseres, faço eu então.
Faz tu.
Ok.
Faz tu.
Qual coisa que vai fazer com o tempo e lê campanha na neura, na cabeça, na névoa, eu não sei. Mas se a truva, se alguma truva está no céu, truva deve ser o equivalente a nuvem, mas não tenho a certeza. Quando está na terra, depois na forma da manhã, o momento pode ser fresco. É porque aqui estou confuso, porque portanto pode ser jornada, como aquilo que o Kuhn disse, jornada, dia, ou aventura do dia, ou alguma coisa assim, se leu. Depois vê-se perigosa. Está a falar do perigo que uma pessoa pode ter ao andar de carro, like using a car in the nebula, like that's very dangerous. So, parquet 7 na manhã, de certeza. O Kuhn tinha razão, apesar de ter dito que estava errado. Que não se vê nada, ou alguma coisa assim. Metadoce é uma expressão arcaica demais para eu perceber. E não se sente a melancolia e a malvadez. Isto é muito poético, interessante.
Kuhn, would you like to add something?
I think he said everything.
He said everything. Yeah. Let's see if it's correct. This is the English translation. Oh. Let me. I'm in the way. I know. Let me take myself out of the picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's something pertaining to weather. It's like a cloud. Often happens in the morning, coldest moment of the day, can be dangerous. Yep.
Yeah, does it make sense now?
It makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Like, but then again, it's normal. Like I said, I never heard Lombard before. It is so epic, and I was very happy for you giving me this experience. Koen, I'm very thankful for you showing up as well. It's good to know there's some people in the Netherlands also trying to learn my language, which is very cool.
I've been to Portugal numerous times already, so I've been going there since I was a toddler, basically.
Awesome,
and also my mother spoke Portuguese. I say spoke because she is no longer with us, unfortunately.
Oh, my condolences to you. Sorry.
Well, it doesn't matter. But she lived in Portugal as well, so yeah. Got Portuguese family as well.
So Koen, so it sounds like you kind of grew up speaking Portuguese. Is that your native language to some extent?
To some extent. Obviously, Miguel is clearly a true native, but my mother spoke a lot of Portuguese to me when I was young. because she lived in Brazil when she was really young, and then she taught me at a very young age. So every time when something happened that she wanted to convey to me and not to anyone else, then she would do it in Portuguese. So yeah.
You basically had your mini Latin to communicate with. That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Something in these lines. So that
the,
it was actually it was kind of good.
yeah.
Well,
So
at least you have good memories of your mother, my friend.
Yeah.
yes. So
I do.
guys, this was a good challenge. This was a good challenge. The Lombard language, and I would like to give a chance for other people to call in. So what we're going to do, because I do have an extra challenge maybe for Kuhn potentially, because Kuhn, what else would like to try in terms of? Well, you don't speak any Slavic language, do you?
No, not at all.
No. Yeah.
I do know a couple of words, like in what is it, Bulgarian? But it's just a couple, very, very few. So.
Okay, so I see there is a Magnus calling in. He's a Danish speaker. But do you speak Danish?
I can understand it, but not so well. I can understand Norwegian and Swedish better. But there's this, because Danish is is notorious for its difficulty.
Yeah.
With a stud.
Yeah.
So I would like to be challenged with Danish.
Okay. So let me add Magnus into the stream, and Miguel. I think you could sit this one out, because you mentioned you speak German, right?
No, I speak. My German is very weak. It's interesting. My Icelandic might be slightly better than German, even though it is still very weak.
So you know what we're gonna do? I'm going to add Magnus into the stream. You can stay in the green room, and maybe if there is time, I will bring you back, and you can comment on the challenge itself. But I don't want to have too many people participating, because it's going to become a little bit too overwhelming.
Don't worry, Norbert. It's up to you, my friend.
Yes.
It's always so good to participate. So
yes, Miguel. So you can hang out in the green room for now, and there might be another challenge for you later, depending on who's going.
How do I do that?
I'm going to put you in there. So, we've got Magnus here.
Hey Norbert, how you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you doing? You can respond in Danish.
Good.
How are you doing?
Jeg har det godt. Jeg har det meget godt. Jeg er i Danmark for tiden, så det er passende til det danske sprog.
So, are you in Denmark right now?
Yeah.
That's what you said. Yes. So you're enjoying the Danish autumn
weather.
Yeah, the Danish autumn. Great. So we've got Kuhn here, and Kuhn would like to be challenged with Danish. But Magnus, you always, when you are on the show, you always end up hosting a challenge. So it would be nice to give a challenge for you too.
Yes.
But I know that you did prepare a challenge for today as well, right? You have one in mind that you would like to use.
Me?
A challenge in Danish, right? Did you do that?
I can come up with one. Yeah, I can very quickly come up with one. Yeah.
Okay, so you can think about it, and Kuhn, you speak Dutch, so you could also have a challenge for Magnus as well, because Magnus doesn't speak Dutch.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can come up with one. Do we need to guess a word or something like that? Is that
description of a word? It would be better to have like a bit longer
yeah,
description.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that would be a great. That would be great because we would have a Germanic languages covered in the show, and then we will be missing some more. So if there is a Slavic language speaker or Baltic language speaker in the viewers, among the viewers right now, I invite you guys to call in, so we could also do cover that language family. But
Awesome.
we're focusing on the Germanic languages now. So who wants to go first then?
I can go first.
Okay. So let me just switch to this.
One question: should I answer in Dutch?
Yes. You
All
want
right,
to
I will.
you want to be speaking in Dutch.
Yes. Okay.
So you can start, guys.
Okay. I will shift to Danish. Dette er en ting. Det er et fartøj, som du bruger, når du skal bevæge dig over vandet. Hvis du for eksempel skal ud og fiske efter fisk med en fiskestang, så kan du tage dette fartøj og ro ud på vandet, indtil du mener, du er et godt sted, og her kan du så blive og fiske. Det er et fartøj, det har ingen hjul. Ingen hjul. Du bruger armene til at bevæge dig, og du kan blive våd, hvis du falder i vandet.
It's a like a vehicle, you said, but I'm like vehicle
In
is a bit
Dutch,
weird
in Dutch.
Oh, sorry. Ik verstond eerst voertuig.
Ja.
Maar een voertuig bij ons in Nederlands heeft wielen, maar je zei later dat er geen wielen op het voertuig zaten.
Ingen
dus ja, dat zei je, geen enkel wiel. Dus ik denk, toen hoorde ik water. En je kunt ermee gaan vissen. Had je het over vissen?
Ja, fisken.
Fisken, ja. En toen dacht ik aan een boot.
Ja.
Maar je hebt je armen. Of was ik er al?
Ja.
Was het een boot? Ja.
It's a boat. Ja.
All right.
Tada!
Yeah.
I think you caught almost all of the things that I said.
I caught literally almost everything.
Yes.
Made it a lot easier now that I actually am learning Swedish. My Swedish vocabulary has improved a lot.
Well, if we Danes speak very slowly, it's often common that even Swedish people can understand us.
Yeah, I've done a lot of Norwegian stuff like this because I don't speak Norwegian, but a friend of mine does, so I hear a lot of Norwegian as well. But with Danish, it's not that common, so I need to get used to Danish a little more to listen to it.
Yeah.
So, but this helped greatly, so thank you very much. Tack så mycket.
Det var så lidt.
Norbert, we can't hear you.
Sorry. So, Koen, would you be able to challenge Magnus with a Dutch word? Did you come up with something?
Yeah, I have something in mind, yeah.
Okay. So if you're ready, we can switch to that. Let's do the Dutch challenge now.
Okay, here we go. Dus, dit is een ding wat alweer eventjes bestaat. Veel apparaten in huis kunnen er een hebben. Je kan het zijn dat je hem 's avonds nodig hebt als je op de bank zit. Dan wil je misschien iets kijken of iets luisteren. En dan heb je hem misschien nodig. Er zitten veel knopjes op. Het is een klein apparaatje waarmee je andere apparaten bedient. Er zitten meestal best wel veel knopjes op. Ze bestaan al wat langer, maar ze zijn er niet altijd geweest. Dus bijvoorbeeld in de jaren 70 waren ze nog niet zo heel gebruikelijk om ze te zien in huizen. En moest je veel van die bedieningen die je er nu mee kunt doen, die moest je handmatig doen. Moest je naar de apparaten toe lopen en dan moest je knopjes omzetten op de apparaten zelf. En voor dit apparaat maakt dat overbodig. Dus je kunt gewoon op de bank blijven zitten om je andere apparaten te bedienen.
Okay. Jeg fangede, at det var et apparat, og jeg tror, jeg hørte, at du sagde, at man bruger det indendørs, inde i huset.
Ja.
Jeg synes, du sagde, at man kunne tage noter med det her apparat, men jeg er ikke sikker på det, om det er rigtigt. Så fangede jeg faktisk ikke så meget mere end det. Er det et elektrisk apparaat?
Ja, het apparaatje heeft, er zitten batterijen in. Dus in dit apparaatje waar ik het over heb, zitten batterijen in.
Okay.
En je bedient er dus andere apparaten mee. En bijvoorbeeld als je 's avonds op de bank zit, dan wil je iets aanzetten en dan pak je deze meestal om dat aan te zetten.
Ja, jeg er bange for, at det ikke hjælper så meget. Jeg synes også, du sagde, at det var et lille apparat.
Het is een klein apparaatje, ja. Het is een klein
lille apparaat.
Ja.
Og det er noget, du bruger indenfor.
Ik begrijp je laatste woordje niet, je laatste vraag niet.
In-house, er det et hus, du bor i huset?
Ja, je gebruikt het binnen.
Men kan du også bruge det udenfor?
Er zijn wel apparaten die je buitenshuis gebruikt. Het kan zijn dat je er één hebt, bijvoorbeeld om je garagedeur te openen of zo. Dus.
Okay. Ja, okay. Det er en remote control.
Ja, remote control, yippie!
Hey!
Yes, congratulations. That was a remote control. So just for the records, how do you say that in Danish?
Remote.
With a Danish accent, right?
Ja, det er en remote.
Yeah, and what about
en
Dutch
fjernkontrol, men det siger vi ikke på dansk. We actually, I think we just use the English word remote.
Okay, because we do have a Dutch word, which is a literal translation. It's afstandsbediening.
Afstand, ja. Det giver faktisk meget god mening.
Which
vi kan godt sige fjernbetjening på dansk.
Ja.
Og ja, altså okay, det kan faktisk godt være, at der er nogen, der siger, ræk mig fjernbetjeningen for at skifte. Ja.
Swedish. Yeah. How would you pronounce that? The Swedish word?
As fjerncontrol.
Fjernkontrol.
And the German one?
Fjernbedienung.
Fjernbedienung.
Ja, fjernbetjening, den er faktisk, that's also used in Danish, actually. I think maybe it's just me that used the word remote. I guess that depends. I guess it's a little bit
maybe it's the
per family basis. Some people might say fjernbetjening and some people might say remote.
Telecomando in Italian.
Yeah,
yes,
telecomando in Portuguese. In Dutch, we use afstandsbediening.
Maybe we can have a vote on that.
Literally, distance control is what we use in Dutch. Afstandsbediening.
And Norwegian one, how would you pronounce that?
Also fjerncontrol.
Mm-hmm.
It's similar to Swedish.
Fjernkontroll. Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Polish, it's pilot do telewizora or just pilot, which means a pilot.
Pilot.
Yeah, because televisora means televisor, right?
It's a
televisão.
genitive form. It's a genitive form of televisor, which is a TV set.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So, piloto, perhaps that's a Portuguese word that gets used in some region, but most of the time they use telecomando.
In Romanian, it's telecomanda as well. In Spanish, el mando. So I guess it's probably a short version of that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And in Flemish, kaske? Is that possible?
Kaske. Yeah, that's a Flemish word.
Mm-hmm.
It literally means kastje, little box.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Kaske.
yeah.
Interesting. And in Serbian, dalinski upravljač.
Yeah. Also,
it sounds like something like distance, like remote.
Yeah. That's what I
cultivator, maybe. I don't know.
Remote operator.
Maybe something like that. Yeah. So this was a very interesting word to use for a challenge like that, and as we see, people have their own ways of calling that thing, which is not that common these days. I mean, we still use it probably, but
yeah, we still use it. I can get one from my table if you want to.
That won't be necessary. I think most people know how remote controls look like.
I think so.
Even though I don't have one at home at all, because I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't.
So everything app controlled?
Yeah, old school. Yes, I have to go and press the button. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're going back to the 70s.
Yeah. So that was a good one. We don't have that much time left for this episode, but I would like to do one more thing. Maybe introduce a new format. So I'm going to invite Miguel back, and Magnus, I'm going to put you into the green room for now, and I might have another challenge for you if you're still going to be around.
I mean, I would like to maybe do something else than Germanic Romance, maybe at some point.
So we'll try that. But I'm going to bring Miguel back for now. Miguel.
Hi, Magnus. Hi again, friends.
Hi.
Yes, Miguel. So you are here, and I thought that we could play a different kind of game, focusing. I know, Koen, your relationship with Portuguese is a bit complicated. It's nuanced. You are not a non-native speaker, but it would be interesting to have a challenge where you describe a word in Portuguese to a native speaker who grew up speaking Portuguese. And we will see how many words you will be able to describe to him in 2 minutes. You're going to have 2 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to send you a list of words, but I don't think I have your email.
Can I put it in the chat?
Yeah. There is a private chat here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can send it to me, and I will send you a list of words, and we will see how many words you will be able to describe to Miguel in Portuguese in 2 minutes. And Miguel, your job is going to be just listening for words and trying to guess what he's talking about. And Koen, you will be accepting and saying correct or something like that, so I can keep count, because I don't speak Portuguese, so I might not be able to, to catch that moment when you got it right.
Okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
It is a wonderful challenge.
Yeah, so this is a different format.
Sorry.
Be careful. My email address can be difficult, so
I
you
copied
better
and
copy
pasted it. Yes. I wouldn't do it like this.
otherwise.
Okay, so you should have gotten the list of words. The words are in English, but so you will have to translate them into
Portuguese.
Into Portuguese. Explain them to Miguel, and we're going to switch to a different look. Oh, sorry about that. Let's go back to
Hi.
go back to this one. Let me fix the other one because it's a new format that we're going to be trying out.
Oh yeah. Ooh, holy smokes!
We've got this and we've got that.
Just a moment.
I just
guys,
have
to do this movement. Okay, it's okay. I was putting my charger a bit more to the side.
That's fine. Yes. So this is yes, Kuhn.
Do I just translate the words without describing them, or
No. So you have to describe them without mentioning them. So.
Okay. Yeah.
So like it's a thing that blah 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 blah, and you can just use as many hints, but you have a time limit. You're going to have 2 minutes, and we'll see how many words you will be able to get across to Miguel. Miguel, your job is just to keep guessing.
And do I have to do them in order, or can I?
In order, please. Yeah, that's
okay.
Increasing the difficulty a little bit.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Especially for me.
So yeah, let's do that then. We're going to switch to this screen, and
All right.
whenever you're ready, let me know, Kuhn.
Yes, I am.
Let's go.
Ok, so o primeiro palavra é uma pintura e tem uma pessoa. A pintura tem uma pessoa lá. Tem pode ser também uma fotografia que só tem uma pessoa lá.
Moldura.
Ok.
Correct or no? Correct.
It's portrait.
Just say correct, that's going to be fine.
Yes, correct. Ok. Próxima palavra número 2. Isto se encontra lá fora. Tem relva e pode ter vacas que estão lá a fazer coisas, que estão lá a lazer.
Pastos.
Pastos, sim, é correto. Ok, next. Palavra número 3. Isto é um aparelho que se usa para passar roupa.
Ferro.
É, correto.
Ok.
Okay, now I have a problem because I wouldn't know how to describe number 4.
Skip it then. Skip it.
Okay, so we're going to be to palavra número 5. Isto é, pode ser uma guerra, pode ser uma doença que então.
Okay. So
já se foi o tempo.
Time's up.
Não faz mal. It was good, Kuhn. Thanks.
Yeah. So Miguel, do you have an idea for the last word? What it could be?
This is really
I think
abstract.
it is the word. It's almost equal to the English word. It's called fatality, basically.
Almost, but not quite.
Oh, yeah.
No, it said it could be a fire, it could be a disease, could be everything that society, for example.
Oh,
and bleep is the word.
Cataclismo.
Yeah, almost.
It's more
threat.
Oh, so it
abstract.
wasn't.
It was
Oh,
a threat.
Yeah, it's very
threat?
abstract,
Oh,
very difficult
Very
to
very abstract because the words that were on the list, they were mixed level, so
yeah.
this was just an example of the format that we can cover in future episodes. Maybe now the next time you would be a bit more prepared for this kind of challenge, and now you see how it works, because it takes you need to be quick, you have to be quick to utilize the 2 minutes to get as many words as possible.
I
But
liked it though.
it was
I also
interesting.
liked it. It was amazing.
So this is a
It was an
format
interesting-
for non-native speakers, of people who have been learning a particular language for a long time, and they want to just test themselves, basically. Right? Yes.
Yeah.
This is an interesting.
It is an interesting format. We're going to be doing that in the future as well. So guys, I would like to thank you for participating. I'm going to switch to Magnus now, and we're going to do one more challenge to him, for him, and then maybe someone else will call, but if not, we will be wrapping it up. So thank you guys very much for today. It's been a pleasure as usual. So you guys can disconnect, and I'm going to connect with Magnus now. Let's go here. Magnus, are you back? You're back.
Yes.
Yes. So you mentioned that you would like to do a Romance language challenge.
It could be fun. Yeah.
Just tell me a little bit more about which Romance languages have you been studying?
Well, I had French in school, and I've been studying Spanish lately, but I'm not very good. I'm still like I think A1 or something like that. So not very good at it. But the funny thing is, when I hear some of your challenges from languages that I haven't even studied, like Italian or Roman or Romanian, or something from, I don't know, Portugal, I tend to kind of still catch a lot of what's going on, but I don't know, if it could be that it's just too much for me. So
we will see. So I would suggest maybe an Italian challenge for you, or Romanian. What would you prefer? Or Portuguese? But we already covered Portuguese today, so maybe let's bring another language.
Let's try Romanian. Could be fun. I mean, I really shouldn't be able to understand anything from Romanian, because I've never had any training in that. So it could be fun.
Okay, let's see then. Oops. So I'm going to find the challenge. First, we're going to listen to it once or twice, and then we can also have a look at the text. That's the challenge. Let's listen to the Romanian challenge.
Ce crezi că e? Este o piesă de îmbrăcăminte ce este purtată în jurul gâtului și a umerilor. Scopul său principal este de a ține de cald în timpul sezonului rece. Poate fi confecționat din diverse materiale, precum lână, mătase sau bumbac. Este un accesoriu de modă, versatil, utilizat pentru a adăuga stil oricărei ținute. Există multe moduri diferite de a lega sau aranja.
All right.
Any ideas?
I think she said it was an object. It sounded like it might have been something with a fashion, maybe, or something with different styles, or there could be different kind of shapes or forms. It sounded like, I didn't catch that much more there, but maybe if I see the text, I can catch a little bit more.
Okay, let's have a look then. We're going to switch to the text now. Okay. And I'm going to play it again.
Ce crezi că e? Este o piesă de îmbrăcăminte ce este purtată în jurul gâtului și a umerilor. Scopul său principal este de a ține de cald în timpul sezonului rece. Poate fi confecționat din diverse materiale, precum lână, mătase sau bumbac. Este un accesoriu de modă, versatil, utilizat pentru a adăuga stil oricărei ținute. Există multe moduri diferite de a lega sau aranja.
Arrangea.
Yeah, so when I started playing it, you didn't see the text because I didn't bring it up. So
Right.
let's listen to the challenge again.
Okay.
That's the one, and let's follow along.
Ce crezi că e? Este o piesă de îmbrăcăminte ce este purtată în jurul gâtului și a umerilor. Scopul său principal este de a ține de cald în timpul sezonului rece. Poate fi confecționat din diverse materiale, precum lână, mătase sau bumbac. Este un accesoriu de modă, versatil, utilizat pentru a adăuga stil oricărei ținute. Există multe moduri diferite de a lega sau aranja.
I think it might be a jacket or a sweater or something like that. It can be made with a different kind of materials. It's I think it's in the cold times you might be using it. Accessory de moda versatil. It sounds like it has different kind of styles. And motor differenti de lage aus arranja. I feel like I should be able to understand that, but I'm not sure I understand the last part. But am I
You're
far
very
off?
close. You're very close. Yes, you're very close. So what's your final guess?
I think it's a sweater.
Not. It's not a sweater. Let's listen to the answer to this challenge and see if
Acesta este un șal.
Schal.
It's shale.
Schal. Yes.
Oh.
Shawl. I think in English it's shawl.
I didn't catch the materials: wool, silk, or cotton. But I did catch that it was different. Yeah, versatile fashion accessory also used to add styles to any outfit. I didn't catch the outfit thing.
The outfit is tenuta.
Tenuta.
I think tenuta. Is that the right one?
Este o pieza de imbracamiento. So imbracamiento, that's clothing, right?
Imbracamiento. Yeah, it's a piece of clothing.
Yeah. Care este portare un giorno gratuli.
Embarkment. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was much closer than I should have been, I think, because I have never, studied the Romanian. So
Yes, exactly. So you basically got the main points, that it's something that you use when it's cold, and that it's an outfit, and that's interesting that Armani says imbracaminte comes from imbraca, to wear. I wonder how is it related to embarkment or something like that.
it could. Yeah, that's a good question. It could be. It would kind of make sense, I guess, if it was. It could be a false friend.
It could be.
You think it
Yes.
is?
I mean, it definitely means something else in Romanian. It's just like, what is the connection between the embarkment and that part of it.
That was a fun challenge.
That was a fun challenge.
Yes.
So thank you very much for this. This was the Romanian challenge. Unfortunately, in this episode, we haven't done any Slavic languages or Baltic languages or Uralic languages. But maybe next week I will be back, and you guys remember you can also submit your challenges through the form on the website. So I will be able to use those in case it's needed. But yeah, that's good. So thank you very much, Magnus. It's been a pleasure having you again.
Yes.
I hope to see you again in future episodes.
Sure.
But for today, that would be all. Remember, you guys, that you can support the show on Patreon or through channel memberships. You will find a link in the description on different ways you can support the shows and what can you contribute to it to keep it going, to make it grow and turn into the best language show on the internet. That would be a great thing to happen, and hopefully you will be able to be part of it. And what else? One big announcement is that after this stream ends, there's going to be a new video on the channel. So don't go anywhere, just watch that. I'm going to publish it as soon as I finish the live stream. So thank you very much for today. I will see you next week. Next week after the show, there will be a Q&A session for channel supporters. So stay tuned for that as well. Have a good evening, everybody. Bye.